Good morning, students. Today we will be going with the new topic, that is credit, and I will be giving you the two situations. I will be explaining you the two situations based on the credit. Now, first of all, credit, it is an agreement between the two people. First is the lender, as we have done in the earlier part, and second is the borrower. Now, the agreement will be in the form of where the lender supplies money, or I can say the lender supplies the borrower certain amount of cash or like money or goods and services in return for promises of the future payment. So what happens is, suppose I am the lender and you are the borrower. So there will be an agreement between lender and the borrower. So where I will be supplying you with money or goods and services, and you will be promising me that you will pay me back for the future payment as well in the near future. That is what credit is. Now there are two situations. Explaining the first situation, it is very easy. So I have done in this diagrammatically form, where you can see that this is in festival season. What basically happens is there are large orders. So first is Salim, is a person who has received a large, or I can say a bulk order for 3000 pairs of shoes, for preparing 3000 pairs of shoes. What was his requirement? Laborers, stitching and pasting, purchasing raw materials. So he takes loan in two sources, or I can say loan through two sources. First, from the supplier, or I can say to supply leather, and promises to pay the dealer in a later part. And second, he obtains loan in advance, or I can say he obtains cash in advance from the trader who has given the order, and tells him that he will give him after he has done the profit, or I can say after he has purchased, or after he has been done with the work, and he will pay him back. So what is the end result? He is already able to pay and deliver the order, as well as he earns a share out of it, and he is able to deliver the order and repay the money that he had borrowed from the two sources. So this was the first scenario. In this situation, I can say that the Salim was obtained credit to meet his working needs as well as the working capital needs of production, basically. Now what credit actually helps him? It helps him to meet the ongoing expenses, that means the requirement which we talked about. So in that ways, it meets the ongoing expenses of production, as well as he completes the production on time, and it also increases the profit. That means he had also delivered in time, as well as he earned profit out of the order, that whatever he had shared, whatever he had taken loan, after paying loan, the certain amount which has been left, that is for himself, that is the profit. So in this scenario, credit plays a vital and positive role, I can say that. Now the second scenario is a negative situation, where I have taken a hypothetical name, Aarti. Now Aarti is a small farmer who grows groundnut in her farm. She has her own farm. So she takes loan from a money lender to meet her expenses, the cultivation expenses, in order to repay the loan which she has taken from the money lender. So in mid of the season, what happens? The crop is hit by the pest. Although she has had expensive pesticides which she had given in the crop, but although it fails, so what happens? She is unable to repay the loan, as well as the debt grows. Now debt is a situation where if you're unable to pay the loan, the recovery is very painful. That is what debt is. Debt grows, and it grows into a large amount. So what happens? The next scenario, where she takes a fresh loan for cultivating her land, and this time the crop productivity is okay, but she fails to repay the old loan, which was into a huge amount. So what was the end result? She is caught into a debt trap, where she has to sell the part of her land in order to pay off the debt which she was holding on to. Basically, in rural areas, the main demand for credit is for crop production. So it also involves certain factors like cost of seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, water, electricity, repair of equipment, etc. The minimum stretch is for 3 to 4 months between the time when the farmers actually buy the inputs and when they sell a crop. So farmers usually take the crop loans at the beginning of the season and repay the loan after they have received a good harvest. So they are crucially dependent on loan as well as dependent on farming, I can say. So in this scenario, Aarti's case, the failure of the crop made loan repayment impossible. She had to sell a part of the loan and in order to repay the credit, I can say. So I can say that credit instead of helping her improve her earnings, left her worse off. This is an actual example of what commonly is known as debt trap. So credit in this case pushes the borrower into a situation from where the recovery is very painful. So I can say the debt trap is a situation in which it is difficult for the person to repay until and unless he has cleared his previous dues. That is what a debt trap is. This is for today. Thank you.